Welcome back to Hennessy Artistry Behind the Artist. Last night I had so much fun speaking with Kia, DJ Ignite, and Steph Legend. Tonight we have so many more artists for you to meet. Let's jump right into it. Drew Harmony is a Bahamian R&B recording artist, songwriter, and producer. He brings together the elements of an acoustic sound, soul, and modern urban music. Drew's music has a personal feel. It is one that provokes thought and is intrinsic to the soul.
My name is Drew Harmony. I am a recording artist, songwriter, producer, philanthropist, podcaster. What else? I don't know. It's a lot. Music for me started from a very young age. I was born into a musical family, both my mom and my dad's side. And luckily they had great taste in music as well, because they can't sing or nothing, but I was always listening to, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Marvin Winans. And I think those different elements kind of created the sound that I have today. For me, melody is so important. You gotta have that catchy melody. You want people to sing along with your songs, but most importantly, it's content. Like, what are you saying? You know what I mean? And a lot of times I try to tell people, like, you don't wanna copy and paste, talk about what everybody else is talking about or copying styles. You wanna be unique. And when people listen to my music, I want them to be like, oh yeah, that's Drew. That's Drew Harmony.
It's crazy. I literally just met you yesterday, and I weirdly feel like I've known you all my life.
It does feel like that, you know what I mean? I hear that a lot, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's that sultry Scorpio energy, but...
Mixed with the Leo, that's what it is?
I think that's exactly what it is.
That's what it is.
All right, so let's jump right in. I know that your parents are fairly important in the entertainment industry. How has that influenced you growing up?
I had a major influence. I was fortunate enough to have like a great father who understood like mentorship and bringing his son on the job with him. Mm-hmm. So I was able to see like first class entertainment from since I was young, from the days of going to Bahamian concerts. Ooh, you know what I mean?
Nice.
And seeing that level of musicianship to, seeing international acts like Bruno Mars and all these different international artists come here in the Bahamas. I had like first hand experiences to see, okay, this is the level that you need to be at if you want to, entertain and impact the world. So yeah, I had that little,
That's fancy. That's the fancy stuff. Okay. In the music industry right now, I feel like R&B isn't so much at the forefront. Why do you think right now is the time to bring it back?
You think so?
I mean,
we get a little comeback. You know what I mean?
Slowly but surely. But
It's a little twofold thing. I feel like R&B, we kind of went a little hip hop, and hip hop is amazing. I love hip hop. I grew up on hip hop, but we kind of, started to infuse things. But I'm realizing now that people want that feeling back. When they play those songs, they want to think about their significant other, etc. That first heartbreak, all those sweet things. They want that feeling back. So I think now we're at that time where, okay, it's time for love again.
It's time for love again. I love that. So tell us about Late to Love.
So Late to Love, that's actually my upcoming EP. I started it actually almost 2 years now. Just, taking my time with it. I know it's bad. I'm one of those artists where it's like, oh, I gotta have it. But realizing that, hey, this is stuff that people need to hear and, showcase and share your gifts. So Late to Love is just about, honestly, that's what it's talking about, late to love. I found myself realizing love late, like self-love. Mm-hmm. You have to go through certain things, certain heartbreaks, etc. You know what I mean? To truly find, okay, your value. Okay, this is who I am. I'm firm in this and I accept this. And that's what I'm talking about in this project.
Yeah. Late to love. Okay. Yeah. All right. Drew Harmony. Who is Drew Harmony?
Who is Drew Harmony? That's a tough question. Drew Harmony is someone who wants to impact the world through his gifts, through voice, through, just adding value to people's lives. That's me, but also just, firm but gentle guy who like to sing about love and, you know, all those good things. That's me, you know, so it's a little twofold thing. And just someone who wants to show like, hey, Bahamians, we can reach at that international level just because you come from this small island or et cetera. Like, no, that's not the limit. It's been done before, you know, from the Johnny Kemps to the Bahamian, et cetera. So Drew is that guy who's in this new generation about to take us back to that level.
Okay, take us to that next level.
Hey.
I'm here for that. Tell us about your latest single, I Cannot Wait.
I Cannot Wait. Oh, it's an amazing song. I wrote that with myself, Zoltan Johnson, and produced by Momru, who's in Atlanta. It's just a song about, you know, having that feeling when you know you found that person. It's interesting. Like once you know, it's that type of vibe, that type of energy, you know. So, and that's what I want to talk about. Like the song says, you know, that feeling when you hear your favorite song. Every time you think about that person, that's the feeling that I want to give that person.
Oh, so. Like little butterflies in the stomach, that kind of vibe.
Exactly.
What advice do you have to give to young R&B artists that want to get into the industry?
First, find your sound. You know, you don't want to be that guy who's just copying and pasting other people's style and stuff to your music. You want to be unique. And through that is through the music that you listen to. That's part of your DNA. So for me, it's like the Stevie Wonder, the Paul McCartneys. And like, you know, I want to, you know, even current, the Daniel Caesars, the Usher, that's all in the pot. You know what I mean? So find all those things that you find that's unique to you, and then, you know, make it your own. And I feel like once you do that, you stand out and just be true to yourself. Don't worry about if someone's telling you, oh, you're this, you're that, you're not talented enough, or you can't sing enough, or you're too old, you're too young, etc. No, like if this is your dream, this is your purpose, and this is something you want to die for, like literally, I'll die for this. You know what I mean? That's the vibe that you want to go through. And I feel like when you go with that energy, you know what I mean? No one can stop you, you know, and you just motivate yourself and keep it going.
Yeah, go big or go home.
Exactly.
So I hope you're going to perform something for us, right?
Of course. That's what I'm here for, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Harmony.
Let's get it. This one's, I guess, for you. Love keeps falling from my hands. It seems to be so often, and I keep chasing, but what it's asking from me is patience. But if you know, if only you know, I cannot wait for the day to come when her love feels just like my favorite song, and there's no question if it's right or wrong, 'cause we'll be right here where our hearts belong, 'cause we'll know, 'cause we'll know. So I'll keep trotting. Love is such a science, but I'm no rocket. And I'll search deeper and find myself when the journey gets much deeper. Yeah. I feel your confusion and your delusion. Trusting with your heart. Scars have been made, the past that betrayed you. There's comfort in your guard. But if you know, yeah, if only you know, yeah, I cannot wait for the day to come when my love feels just like her favorite song, and there's no question if it's right or wrong, 'cause we'll be right here where our hearts belong, 'cause we'll know, oh yeah, 'cause we'll know, oh yeah, 'cause we'll know. Yeah.
Erin Rain is a radio personality, recording artist, and actress. Her unique style, personality, and voice is known all over the Bahamas. As one of the top female recording rap artists, Erin is set to take the world by storm with her captivating lyrics.
I've been with the 100 Jams for about a year now, a little over a year now. It's been really good. I love it. Honestly, first getting into it, it was a bit nerve-wracking at times because, you just had to basically get more familiar with everything. Person's hearing your voices, person's calling in sometimes, and they're like, hey, we ain't liking how you sound. So I had to grow with it. So now at the point, it's like, okay, now I feel comfortable. Now, like the listeners, the viewers, because, we go live now on Facebook. They're more comfortable with me, so it's more like we have a relationship. It's like, all right, they're my friends now. So they ain't calling me, bashing me no more. They're giving me compliments now. Every day just listening to, what's new, what's out there. I have to stay, up to date with what's going on. I have to stay up to date with our latest singles and albums are released. So it even helps me when it comes to just thinking about, okay, how I want to drop my own project. How I want to release it, when is the best time to release it, how should it sound, what female artists are out right now, what male artists are coming up. So I'd say being in this seat, it definitely just keeps me, on the top of my game.
Fun fact, I actually met Erin on a carnival photo shoot earlier this year, but thanks to COVID, we never got to make it to the road. But it's such an amazing opportunity to now have this time with you here to get to know you a little bit better.
Yes, I definitely do agree, because especially this year, it's going to be my first time. But it's good to be back. It's good to see you again.
You too. So, we'll make up for it, don't worry.
Exactly.
But let's get started. So, you are definitely one of the top radio personalities in the Bahamas right now. How does that make you feel?
Honestly, even, I don't know what to say. It's very unexpected, because sometimes when you're just passionate about entertainment or passionate about certain things in life, you just enjoy it, so you never really pay attention to how far you're going or to, how many people are actually watching you, because it's all about just enjoying the moment. So, with you saying that, it's like, oh, wow, okay, I am. Thank you.
You are. You definitely are. Not only as a radio personality, but you're a model, you're an actress, and a recording artist. Which one of those do you think that you float to the most? Which identifies you the most?
Well, I'd say definitely recording artist, because it's basically what really got me into entertainment. So I really started when I was about 11 years old. And right up until this point, I won't give you the age I'm at now. But
that was my follow-up question.
Yeah, you won't get it. Not today. You could guess it. I won't say, but
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but started from 11, so I'd say definitely recording artist.
So when can we look to, hear some stuff from you?
This is a question I've probably been battling with, just with myself internally for quite some time. But I think I'm really at this point where I'm finally ready to get it out. And it's just the fact that I'm a Virgo. So
yes. Plan. Perfect. I definitely understand.
Yeah. I'd say maybe in a few months. You never know. Could be earlier.
Okay. Well, I'll be on the lookout. The music industry in the Bahamas is fairly male-dominated. How does it feel to break the glass ceiling as a female artist?
It feels great, and it's just basically, it feels great mostly because I know I have that confidence about me. And like I said, I started when I was 11 years old, and it's just certain things I've already seen, certain things I've already experienced, especially with my singles. I'd say locally, my singles may have not been heard, but internationally it was, because I actually was in about 3 movies, a television show, and then I acted also, and it's a movie on Netflix. So it feels great now being able to have this platform, in the Bahamas. It's like, okay, now you can see me, instead of internationally.
I like that. Take it there, then bring it back here. I'm here for that. Everyone's favorite question. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years. Oh boy. let me say 5 years. What's this year? 2020?
20, the amazing year of 2020. Where do you see yourself in 2025?
2025. Well, definitely working along with other like international producers, international artists, because I'm already on that path now, where I'm already connected with a Grammy Award winning producer. Yeah, he's in New York City right now. So I'm working with them. I have a few persons in Boston I'm working with, I have a few persons in Florida. So I'd say definitely just further than where I'm at now.
That's a good place to be.
On a bigger platform, bigger stage, just a bigger audience in total.
All right, well, as a female in the industry, in the music industry, do you have any advice for young women that, want to get into that?
Well, I'd say, of course, most important thing, confidence is key. And I'd say let's start with confidence is key. You definitely want to make sure, be authentic, be yourself at all times. If something doesn't feel right in your gut, then believe it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
And just make sure you really I'd say, analyze every situation very carefully. Because you just never know, what situations you might run into or who. And you want to make sure you're safe because, being a female in the business, it is male dominated. So sometimes you might just be around males and you might not feel quite protected. So I'd say always have someone by your side and never go anywhere alone. But nonetheless, just push through and continue dreaming and continue to grow with it.
That's some great advice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erin. It was a great time to talk to you. Hopefully next year we can make it on the road.
Yeah.
For Carnival.
Ready for
Make up for lost times.
Yeah, I'm ready though. I'm ready.
Good.
Skin out.
I'll see you there. I am here for that.
It's a privilege to introduce you to this cocktail that I'm gonna make with VSOP that is nicely aged, spices, fruits, and soft caramel. I'm gonna start off by using nice 2 ounces of the VSOP, some pineapple and cinnamon infused juice, always remember to have a balanced cocktail with a half lime and half simple syrup. I'm just gonna get some nice ice in my glass. Now what I'm gonna do, just dry shake this to get a nice head on top. What I'm gonna top this off with, the splash of a cranberry juice. Garnish this with a nice pineapple wedge. Here you go. Nice little splash.
Scharad Lightbourne is a Bahamian-based, award-winning portrait and lifestyle photographer with a great and deep passion for capturing the natural aesthetics of subjects. His clean, artistic approach can be credited to his innate talent as well as his extensive graphic design background.
So some of the things that I think have allowed me to take my career and brand to this point, I think are having great clients who, it's all about networking and just being blessed, man, and having the talent to continue to work hard and to be consistent and just it's a lot of hard work, man. I think over the years, people finally have an understanding of what great photography is, more so than just taking photos. I mean, anybody can take a photo, anybody can pick up a camera and take a picture, but photography it's an art form, and the art form there's so much more that goes into it than just click, having amazing clients, having an amazing team around me all the time, I think has caused my business to grow tremendously. Things that people can expect when they come to a shoot with me is just more than just taking photos. It's more like an experience for me. I always try to provide my clients with a great feeling, a great time, and then they get great photos on top of that. So the overall experience is just overwhelming sometimes for them. And I think that's what's kind of driven my business for so long, just the fact that people just the experience is just different. And I always try to provide my clients with a great vibe, great energy, great photos, just an overall good time. And we got the music going, you know, we got the ambiance. It's all about a mood, you know. People always say #mood. It's all about a mood.
It's so amazing to have you here. I feel like I'm always in awe of your photography every time I see it.
It's great to be here. It's great to be here.
Awesome. Well, let's start off. First and foremost, you definitely set the wave for new age photography here in the Bahamas. How does that feel?
It's a little strange to hear, to be honest with you. I've always been creative and artsy, and I just kind of found my way into using a camera and being able to express myself, and it just kind of took off from there. But, you know, this new wave of, or new school of photography that, you know, everybody's a photographer now, and to be considered as somebody who sparked that wave is cool. But I always tell people I'm still learning myself. Like I'm not like at the pinnacle of anything. I'm still learning. So I'm just glad that I got in early.
That's definitely the idea of, you know, the godfather or something, to always still be learning, to still be a student.
For sure.
But you definitely touched on that everyone is a photographer now. You know, everyone and their
Very
Grammy,
true.
I feel, is a
And their
photographer
Grammy,
now
yeah.
because
Grammy for sure.
because, you know, you can get a camera, social media is here, this whole new age of technology. How does it feel to, you know, be in the same arena of people who haven't really put in as much of the extra work?
Well, I try not to focus on it too much. I think, like, even before we started the interview, we were talking about how, like, people just gravitate more to what's popular or what's trending. So I feel like a lot of people got into photography, makeup, yoga, fitness trainers, just because there were so many other successful people doing it. But what I noticed was people who didn't really put their all and their heart into it, they kind of fell to the wayside. And I try to just stay in my lane. I try not to focus on what everybody's doing, because that's how you can very easily look like somebody else or be considered just like a copy of somebody else. And I never, ever, ever want to be considered a copy of somebody else. So I always try to just focus on what I'm doing and mind my own business.
And at the end of the day, there's only one Scharad. So.
There's one. There's one.
You're one of the few photographers in the Bahamas to shoot commercial and personal work. How do you find the inspiration to do both?
Well, my commercial work is really driven a lot by what I do personally, my passion projects, I call them. So I would shoot something completely just based off an idea that I want, something that I would have seen. It could be, you know, from a movie or from traveling somewhere or just seeing somebody that looked interesting. And I always come up with a concept for just based on how that particular thing inspires me. And so I shoot it, you know, social media, I put it out there, and I always get some brand or some company that would contact me and say, we love what you did with this. Can we replicate that, or can we do something similar for a project that we have going on? Like almost 99% of the time, every time I do something personally, somebody or some company sees it and they want to hire me to do something similar. So it's, people would think, okay, the commercial work, that's what draws all the money, but it's the personal work that I do for myself where I'm not paid. When I promote it and put it out there commercially, that's what attracts,
It brings them in.
You're right. That's like I'm reeling it in with my personal work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I know you've done master classes in the past. Do you see yourself taking a deeper dive into education in the future?
I have so many mixed feelings about this topic because I think a part of me really wants to. I mean, when we were on super lockdown earlier this year, I literally could not go out and work. And so, you know, a little bell went off my head and I said, well, why don't I just talk about things that I love? And people might be interested in it. And the first class, I think I talked about smartphone photography and how to edit photos like on your smartphone. And I think I had like 500 attendees or something like that. It was like well attended. And then the second one was on branding and the third one was on like I can't remember the exact topic, but how to make money, like using in your passion or something. And people kept asking me like, when are you gonna do a class on photography or when are you gonna use it? And I'm like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I'm not really a talker. So when you have a platform where you sit in front of a computer and you have to stream a lesson or a class, that's a lot of work for me. I'm like, I'm always drained after like an hour class. You know what an hour of talking is? So to me, it's like I would love to give the information and the knowledge that I've learned back, but just the physical demand of it is a lot. It's a lot. I don't know, like that's why people who do that get paid like stupid money.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of work.
Once you start, you can't stop too.
So I've heard. We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens.
It's definitely a great idea, you know, to get that information out there.
Yeah, you should take a class when I do it again.
You know, I just got a camera, so I might actually take the class.
I'll put the word out there. I love Zaymar and Hennessy. Hook you up.
Please do. I'll be there, front and center.
There we go. You heard it first.
As one of the pioneers of New Age photography, what's some advice you have for budding photographers in the Bahamas?
Pioneer is such a cool word.
Cool.
No, I like it. Advice. So one thing that I learned very late in my career was to never be afraid of your failures, because the failures is how I learned how to get better. With lighting, composition, how to direct people, everything, all the working parts of photography. You know, I would not do something right and then I'd be down on myself. Oh man, but then I had to learn that no, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So the next time, you know how to adjust for it. So to me, failures are not bad things. They're always good things because that's how you learn from them. And then you don't fail unless you practice like over and over and over and over. It's like working out in the gym. Like you don't get stronger until you start to do more reps, more exercise, more cardio, you know. Flexibility, like yoga, you know, I'm sure it's the same. The terms are very closely related. Consistency is key. Consistency, patience, practice, and learning from your mistakes. I mean, those are the key nuggets I can drop.
Thank you. Yeah, that definitely applies to all fields. I'll take a couple of those notes for yoga too.
No problem.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and I look forward to seeing what you have coming up.
Masterclass.
Masterclass.
I had a good time.
Thank you. Me too. First and foremost, I want to thank Hennessy for this amazing experience. I want to thank all of the guests for the past 2 nights, and I definitely want to thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Thank you, and see you again next year.
We should actually toast. We haven't toasted yet.
We should.
Let's toast. Take a sip.
Well, Augen, du musst den Augen schauen. You need to look in the eyes. If you don't look in the eyes of the person you're toasting, you have bad sex for the rest of your life.
Okay, let's look in the eye. Hey, there we go.